Alright, what's up guys? It's Shockwave here, and I'm coming to you guys from the PlasmaCraft server. And this is just the server that me and a friend are launching relatively soon. It's still in 1.1 mode, as you can see. There's no other redstone lamps or anything. It's still in 1.1 mode, so we need to update it. But once it gets updated, this server will be launched, and I'll let you guys know as soon as that's done. But anyway, back to the redstone. In this video, I'm going to be building a vending machine, but I figured first, for the Redstone 101, I'd show you guys a really interesting flip-flop gate, which is basically like a form of RAM. This is in the Redstone tutorial area, and there's going to be a whole bunch of different tutorials in this area of how to build contraptions. So, this one's called a D flip-flop, and it's a memory save. And what this is it's sort of like a save changer, where you can input one thing and then output, or you can save it, and so if someone wants to change it, it won't change. So what this is you have your first output here, and you can choose between output 1 or 2. So I want output 1. So let's just, for the sake of example, let's get a piston, which is right up here. So I want piston 1 to be activated. Actually, let's get sticky piston just to make it more entertaining. So sticky piston, and I want it to push this block forward. So I want output 1 to be pushed, and then I don't want it to be changed ever. So what I do is I flip this other one, and now even if I flip it, these will not change. And that is because if you look at this one goes to both torches, or it goes to all the torches, turning these all off, so this output is not changing. So what this does is that it'll turn both of those off, so that way now it can't be changed. But once these are on, it'll start flipping. So once I flip this one, it'll flip to the other torch over here. And so it's basically kind of like a different version of a NOR latch and a T flip-flop almost combined into one, except for the fact that it is a lever system. So you can change between the outputs as you choose, but then you can also save your output. You can save your choice, so that way it will not change, although that will occur with a simple glitch. But it's kind of interesting because then you can kind of have your own first little RAM. So there you go, there's your Redstone 101 tip for this video. And so now, let's head back to my road, or to my world, and let's go back to 1.2, where I will catch up with you guys in just a second. Alright, so we're back in 1.2, and we're going to go back into the Redstone world here, and we're going to build our very first vending machine. So, well, we're just going to build the first portion of the vending machine, and then we will go from, we can duplicate it from there. But what we're going to do is we're just going to build one kind of rail system. So let's go ahead and get all the materials we need for this. So we're going to need a storage minecart, we're going to need rails, and we're going to need redstone. And that will be about it. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Okay, so now we're officially done with this test system. And what this system does, as a vending machine would do, is you click one button, so it sends a minecart down with the storage, whatever you want inside the cart. It'll send it down, and it will send it here, and then you can go into the chest and put whatever you want in there. So it's pretty neat, and all you can do is then you can just then send it back, and there you go. And what we need to do is we actually need to make a system, which if this is not the only one that is pressed, this needs to flip and to go to the other side. So what we need to do now is we need to make a system which will turn this torch underneath here off, so that way when it's off it'll go to the others, it'll go to the other ones, and then so on and so forth. We can duplicate this until this is done. So what we need to do now is we need to make another button, and let's make this the blue circuit, and let's keep with the wool theme here. So make this the blue circuit, and give me back my stone. So there's my blue circuit, and now we need to rig up another wired system that when pressed will it will trigger this thing to change at the right time. So I'm thinking of using a lever actually for that. And what we'll do here is we'll have a lever down here on this torch. Let's get rid of my glowstone, and a lever here. What we'll do is we'll have a lever here that will feed out. Whoopsies, I did not mean to do that. We'll have a lever here that will feed out into this little intricate system of wiring here that I have. And so what this will do is these will go up. And so actually let's change this one up a little bit. Make that go up. And there we go. We have that one done. And then now we can take this one and go this way. Because that should not trigger. That does not trigger the wiring. Okay. And so we flick this lever. And then this would go down here, turning that. Should be turning that. Oh, I need to repeat the signal. So it'll turn this one on. So that way it'll return all these the way it is. So I just need to make another system here. So now that I've built the circuit, and we now have two different minecart systems, so let's go ahead and test each one individually. So I am not going to be using the first one. I'm going to be using the I'm going to be using the first one at the moment. So let's go ahead and send this one down. So there we go. We now have our first one, and then we can put whatever we want in there. Let's go ahead and send it back. Alright, and there we go. And so now let's go ahead and do the second one. And before we do the second one, we have to flip this one. And we go ahead and send it down. And then this will come our way. So there we go. Now we have our second one. And then we can go ahead and send it back. And there we go. It'll go back up to its original starting position. So, and then whenever we want it, we just flick it down. So there we go. There's your basic vending machine contraption. I'll go ahead and make this have multiple outputs and vending machine style thingies. So I'll catch up with you guys in a second, right when I get back to finishing this. Alright guys, now that I've finished the majority part of this circuit here, actually I'm going to build this one as I talk. So it's basically, it was exactly the same thing as what I was building earlier, except for the fact is that you have to add each more piece to the rail system, and I'll explain to that once I'm done building the black circuit over here. So, and it's actually really good, is also another advice if you're trying to get into Redstone, is to color code your circuitry if you have multiple circuits. That way it makes it easy for you to understand, you know, what is going on in your circuit. So if you can look at it, you can see which circuit is getting triggered by what circuit, and it also just makes it easier in the end. Okay, so now that we have every cart in place, alright, so now what happens is, so say I wanted the blue vending machine item. So what I do is I flick the lever down, then I hit this button, and the minecart will come down, and it will come up here. I can take it and send it back. And there we go. It'll go right back to its original position. So I want whatever's in the black circuit. So let's go this way, and it will come down all the way through all the stuff. And I forgot to rig that up. That is my bad, but luckily that actually worked. So lucky for me, that actually worked. I will go back and fix that though, simply because it should be fixed. So let's just, for safe measures, let's just flick that. So I will rig that up to that other circuit too. So now that will go here, I can send it back, and voila, we have a vending machine. So it was not the most flawless vending machine, I'll admit. Oh, that was cool. This was not the most flawless vending machine, but I will fix it up, and I will show you guys the end result in the next video. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a rating. It does help a lot, and I'll catch you guys next time.